I'm Steve in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Kind of a mixed to lower trade with beans unchanged, 11.67. Meal gaining slightly on soybean oil. Corn unchanged, 4.42, while wheat's down 3 cents at 5.81. Outside markets, stocks are higher. The dollar is also higher. Crude's a little bit lower, and gold's also a little bit lower. From a macro sense, we've got a lot of data with GDP data on Thursday and personal income on Friday. Both of those numbers could provide some new information as far as the Feds and if and when they start lowering rates. Higher rates longer probably could compete for some of the gold longs, which really doesn't have any increase in interest except for the price going up or down. From a weather standpoint, you're going to see a glob of heavy rain in the central part of the country, parts of Iowa, eastern Kansas, eastern Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, and western Illinois is going to see a lot of rain over the next 5 days. In those areas, you could see a slowdown in plantings or maybe even, in some cases, some replanting. But after that, we flip to a drier forecast with temperatures kind of gradually moving up a little bit higher. It's interesting, and our weather guy still feels that this rain event is very much in line with some of the years in which we had drier and warmer than normal conditions in the western Corn Belt and parts of the southern plains in the summer time frame. Otherwise, weather-wise, we're watching some dryness in eastern Ukraine and southern Russia. Europe seems to be mostly okay, although there is some late plantings of French corn. Down in South America, the monsoon in Brazil is over, so whatever corn crop there is in that second crop is what it is, and it's probably going to be a little bit lower than what the USDA is saying. We're also watching pretty closely the aphid infestation in Argentina and the impact it may have on the corn crop. Again, many have lowered their numbers from 55 to 50 million tons, and last year the crop was 36. So in general, when we look at global trade right now, the USDA is estimating that world soybean exports will be around 173 million tons versus 172 last year. Brazil is a record 103 million tons versus 95, and the U.S. is 46 versus 54. Brazil prices to China is about 50 cents cheaper than the U.S. We also noted that in the corn market, they're saying world trade at 200 million tons versus 180 last year. Brazil 52 versus 54, U.S. 53 versus 42, Argentina 42 versus 25, and Ukraine 24 versus 27. And finally, in the wheat, global trade, 213 versus 219, Russia 52, Europe 34, Canada 24, Australia 20, US 19, and Ukraine 17. So a choppy trade, and weather is still the most significant thing. You've got the bean market, the corn market, and wheat market up against strong resistance.